Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. Thank you for listening to the show today. Let's see what topic we get into after the intro. Welcome back to Lawn Dude Unearthed. This is Micah, your host, uh, coming to you today, getting ready for another week, man. Another week to get out there and get it, man. At this point, a lot of people they get ready for their weeks. They talk about hating Mondays and praying for Fridays. Those who should know me by now, especially if you don't listen to all my podcasts, you know that I treat Monday like it's a Friday. Every day I'm going to treat the same. Live every day to the fullest. So as I prepare for this Monday, I do my best to prepare for it with some excitement. Don't get me wrong. I would love for it to stay the weekend, spending time with family and whatnot and hanging out. Um, but it's definitely time to get back and grind, man. That's just how it is. But I come across a lot of people nowadays who might see some of the stuff posted on IG, might see some of the YouTube videos, and it's all our own fault because we post the highlight reels all the time. This is why I'm such a big proponent of posting your low light reels. And anybody that knows me knows I say that all the time. Post the low light reel, the low light reel, the low light reel, to the point where people are probably tired of hearing me say it already. Reason why I say that all the time is for this reason that I'm sitting here talking about right now. So people see like what I post on IG when I'm excited for a piece of equipment that, I earned from all my years of doing something manual, you know what I mean, and getting a machine to mechanize it. And I'm just so excited. I'm happy for, that God has blessed me to be able to get this piece of machinery, and I might post on my IG just because I'm excited. And then you get that crowd of people that, you get people that congratulate you and ask you questions about whatever it is. But then you get the crowd of people that go, must be nice. That is like one of my least favorite phrases right there. Must be nice. But you know what I gotta say to that? Yeah, you're right. It is nice. When I got my 72-inch mower on duals, I said, yes, it is nice. It's nice that I get to knock out these bigger properties a lot faster. It's nice that I can be on the side of these slopes now without worrying about flipping the machine. Then I say when I get an upgraded breeze loader, when I hear it must be nice, I say, yeah, it is nice not having to tarp stuff onto a trailer, hand unloaded at the landfill. All these things, I done been there, done that. I've done everything the hard way. I've earned my way to where I am now. Don't have to justify myself to anyone. So, all those who are tired of hearing people say must be nice, tell them it is nice. It's nice to have earned our way there. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to sit here and make an argument for why you've earned something. Somebody, that person who said must be nice, I'm telling you, speaking from experience, and they're talking about me, must be nice. Okay, well, must have been nice when I was doing it manually by myself. Must have been nice when I had a few people that had to come out with me to do certain jobs, but now with machinery, I can do it by myself. Must be nice when I got to make that payment every month to cover whatever it is that I have. Yeah, must be nice to have business debt. I'll tell you right now, All those who say must be nice, it's not hard for you to get whatever it is that you like get. You just gotta justify it. I know for me and me personally, if I was looking back, giving people advice on what you should and shouldn't do, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't grow too fast or don't stick your neck out there to do certain properties like commercial properties, like what I have to do. The type of commercial properties I'm required to service, the easiest way to take care of them, the easiest way to get them knocked out and make sure we're staying efficient was to get certain pieces of equipment, which puts you in certain business debt, which, as long as you're making that income, you're good to go. But I'm going to tell you what you got to bank on too. What if you lose certain key clients? Oh, you're that guy that sits there and goes, man, I got a great relationship with that client. There is no way they will ever get rid of me. Yeah, dream again. I was one of those guys. And now I'm in a situation where I've lost some key clients that I thought would never quit in a million years, never leave in a million years. But things happen. People move, people have deaths in families, and then you also have people whose budgets change and they just can't afford the services anymore. So that high ticket job you had, you might not have no more. But guess what you still have? That debt. So speaking from experience, that is not the situation you want to be in. Unless you got multiple backup contracts that can cover each and everything that comes in, and you know your numbers, it's going to be hard for you to make any of that stuff happen if you were to lose a key client. I've been blessed. That is the reason why I'm still afloat to where I am now. I'm not afraid to admit it. So when I sit here and hear somebody say must be nice, I don't even respond to that anymore because I really think deep down, if that person was in my shoes, they wouldn't be screaming it must be nice. They would see the pressures that I deal with. So when you're wondering how it must be nice to be some of these Fortune 500 companies or, million dollar, billion dollar companies, all I got to say is I'm sure that person has been through some struggles. I'm sure they're still going through some struggles. So some of y'all out there who are having $100 problems, $1,000 problems, I'm sure those companies are having $100,000 problems, a couple 100,000, maybe $1 million problems. I know for me, I sit here and I review my finances all the time because I've really been like working my behind off to try and fix the cash flow. Um, it trying to think what point I was getting at there with that. Reviewing finances, man, and keeping a close eye on your books, you notice, what you got to come up with. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get at that in a way that makes sense. This is a podcast, y'all, and I come live every time. So don't mind me when I get my thoughts together. I don't script this. But my point being, I remember the days when I used to have under $100 problems. Couple $100 problems. I remember when I used to be like, man, every time I got to come up with something, I got to come up with $400. I never thought I would say I missed those times, but I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not trying to brag. Trust me, I'm not trying to brag. I don't know who would want to try to brag about this, but most of my problems are $1,000 problems, multiple thousands of dollars of problems, just because that's where we're at. You know what I mean? As we grow, as you grow, that's kind of how it goes. I was talking to my brother from another mother the other day, man. My boy Phil. We were just having this conversation about how when you get older and as you grow, If you stay the same, you probably stay with the same, couple $100 problems. Or if you manage your stuff right, who knows? I'm not even saying like in debt, like for that much. I'm just saying as you grow and things start to cost more, you start to have bigger problems that you deal with, you know, the way Biggie said it, more money, more problems. Like your taxes. Taxes aren't a couple $100 anymore as you grow. It's a couple $1,000, maybe more. So you end up with multiple digit problems as you grow. And I'm learning that more and more each day. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. I miss those double and triple digit problems. I've been in the quadruple problems for a little while now between taxes and everything else. And it's part of growth. But as your problems become multiple digits, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better keep growing that income in at the same time. Don't get stagnant and don't be the guy that says, I'm so busy and booked out, I can stop selling. I was that guy. I was that guy. I'm awake now, but I was that guy. I'm still out here trying to sell. I got aerations coming in. I know I'm gonna be slammed. Kids' sports schedules, I'm gonna be slammed. But you know what? I'm gonna keep selling, 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 selling. Figure out how to get that stuff done later on, how to schedule later on. Just get the job sold. So you know what? Must be nice, right? Must be nice. All those out there saying must be nice to have this equipment. Yeah, you're right. It is nice to have equipment that speeds your job up so I can make it to my kid's sporting event. It is nice for me to have, a decent truck, real nice truck that I don't have to worry about getting me from point A to point B. It is nice to have a box truck to take my whole mowing operation, keep me as efficient as proper as efficient as possible with me being a solo owner operator and needing things to stay contained to where I can just back that truck up, maybe make sure I have what I have for the next day, slap a lock on it, and be done for the day and spend time with my family. So yes, it is nice. It is nice. My problem that I have right now to this day and age that has people saying it must be nice. My biggest problem is if I can somewhat justify the income that the equipment's going to bring in, that the truck is going to bring in, trailer, whatever, and if it buys me back my time, so to speak, I'm all in for getting that piece of equipment. Stand on aerated saves me a ton of time, saves my body to where I have a ton of time. I'm not talking about time, well, yeah, you can get more jobs done like that, but it gives me more time to get home earlier, spend time with the family, to be present as a husband and a father. 72-inch mower, I'm going to say it again. That has really shaved out so much time on these big properties. The dual wheels allow me to do steep slopes that I used to have to trim completely. So yeah, I would say that was a great purchase. Dump trailer saved the day for me. 32-inch mower, something as simple as that. It fits in gates that I couldn't do beforehand. Debris loader. I'm not hand loading things onto a trailer no more. No time flat. I'm out there by myself sucking up piles of leaves. The stand-on blower was one I thought I wouldn't go on board with, but oh my goodness. I got the FB1000, the first smaller version. I was happy with that. But then when my guy said the FB3000 is that much more powerful, I was like, I doubt it. I have that thing now, and man, that with an Echo 9010 together, you can't beat them for cleanups. You just cannot. The power is just nice. I'm doing big cleanups by myself because of that. So yes, must be nice, but it saved me time and it saved my body. Fall is also when the kids have sports. Fall is also my Super Bowl of the year. It's the busiest time of the year. So if I can get machinery that speeds that time up, I'm happy to do so. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to get a top dress better as you speak for all the compost jobs I have, so I can speed that up and have my body still feeling okay. So yeah, it must be nice. It must be nice to be a solo man operation right now. While it saves you on payroll, it's not for everyone. It is a lot of work. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There are times where I wish I had that extra person with me, but I'm just not in position to have that person in here yet. So it must be nice. It must be nice to be up most of the night trying to figure out your next plan, your next move, your next schedule, where to schedule this job to where you get the job knocked out the board, but at the same time, you make sure it brings in enough income to keep your account looking okay. Must be nice to stay up and not really sleep because you're sitting here trying to ensure you have enough in your account to cover everything. Must be nice sitting here debating whether you hit that credit line or you just find a way to sell a job that will cover what you need. Hmm. Must be nice to be that business owner who has over 100 employees and is each and every day trying to make sure that they can feed their families. Which, if you haven't caught on, not all these are for me. They're not directed towards me. I'm just sitting here talking about that must be nice crowd in general. Must be nice to have a bunch of mowers all the time. Yeah, you're right. It must be nice to be have a bunch of mowers all the time because whoever has a bunch of mowers, I can tell you right now, one goes down, they still have another one to hop on. Must be nice to have multiple setups to go out. Yeah, you're right. It must be nice to have multiple setups go out because one setup go down, you still have your backup. This is one I could speak on. My box truck was down for almost a month this year. I still had a truck and trailer to go out. I was still able to make money. If I was a one vehicle operation, I would have been in trouble. God is good and he's always blessed me with backups. So I say all this to say all those who are tired of hearing that must be nice crowd, think about it like this. Yes, it is nice to know that I've earned to be where I'm at today. I know I could say that it is nice to be in a better position. But at the same time, to be completely honest with you, I remember those humble beginnings before I had any business debt. When I had equipment I had to wrench on, you know, do the midnight oil, trying to get it ready for the next day. When I had trucks I had to wrench on, do the midnight oil to get it ready for the next day. I remember those days, those humble beginnings. I'd be a liar right now if I didn't say that sometimes I miss those humble beginnings because you really didn't worry too much about debt. You just worried more so about getting the equipment in position to go out there and make the money. So again, when I give guys advice who are starting out and they ask what's the best advice, I say figure out what is your ideal client. Figure out who your ideal client is and build off of that. Now for us, we started residential, doing a little bit of every type of residential property out there. I've always been more, I've always been more excited to go out and do the wide open, like nice estate homes, the huge homes, because like their properties is like a canvas that you get to go out and make stripes on. I'm more passionate about doing those type of properties, so I had to get equipment to evolve with those properties. Now, if you're doing little cookie cutter lawns and all that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had all the equipment paid off to do those properties. I had trucks that were paid off to do those properties. They were all kind of, lack of a better word, ratty, humble beginnings, like I keep saying, to where I had to wrench on them, but for those properties, it didn't matter. But once I got to high end properties, once I got to a lot of these commercial properties, you just had to be reliable all the time. And for those who want to try to do that without reliability, good luck. I learned my lesson doing it the first time when I did snow, and I did it with my F450 dump body. It was two-wheel drive. I didn't even have a spare tire for that truck. Humble beginnings. I'm gonna keep saying it. That truck caught a flat. That truck caught a flat while we were out there, right? Didn't have a spare tire. Needless to say, I finally got the tire replaced the next day. But at that point, the hotel was a mess and all that snow was hard, compact. And we had a Meyer plow on that truck, so those plows weren't moving much or nothing. So I lost that client that year, and that's when I said never again. So since then, I've been all about trying to be reliable because it's not the client's fault. They decided to cancel you because you weren't reliable enough when it was time to be in. You know, when the call to action came in. So yeah, you've been through everything I've been through, and you go out and get upgraded stuff so that you are reliable. Yes, you're right. It is nice. Y'all take it easy. That's all I'm gonna say on here. And remember, guys, when somebody says it must be nice, sit here and think about it. Yes, it is nice. It is pretty nice, actually. Answer them like that and see how their head spins. Y'all take it easy. Have a great week. Be blessed. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Lawn Dude Unearthed. We talk about all kinds of things here. The good stuff, the tough stuff, and everything in between. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed day.